order some things from Amazon though that go over like you got a bed that's not very tall. You know, let's say you got a 6-inch short and it just goes over it like this and the cover and then they can't get to that either. I saw them when I was going down last year for my
We bring the meeting to order. I'd like to ask Jason, would you lead us in prayer, please, sir?
Everybody bow their heads. Dear Heavenly Father, Lord, thank you for allowing us to be here today, arrive safely, Lord. Thank you for all the blessings you bestowed upon us. Lord, watch over us tonight as we talk about the city's business. Lord, lay your hand upon the city. Thank you for your blessings and thank you for giving your Son to die on the cross for our sins, Lord. Lord, please be with all those that are sick and shut in tonight. In your name we pray. Amen.
Okay, thank you all for being here tonight. We'll get started just on this. First thing, we need to have approval of the minutes, but we have 3 sets of those. We have the regular meeting we had last month, the special call meeting to read the budget, and then we had the workshop for GDOT. And I would need a motion, please, to accept those 3.
Make a motion.
Second.
All in favor? Any opposed? Okay. Okay, we would need to approve the bills for September payment, please.
I make a motion that the bills for September be paid.
Second.
Second.
All in favor? All opposed? Okay, anyone have any new business that you know of we need to discuss? Okay, if not, we will move to the old business section and what we came up with on the LMIG. What we need to get that turned in, and we're still kind of looking at doing down here in town close to Bridge Street, going across that, the 2 little sections that we have left, which is not that much. That would get that, and of course Michael had mentioned using that. We've got permission from the state if we fix the sidewalks in the right way to make it handicap accessible there where the crosswalk is kind of already, to do that. And the other thing we need that we talked about a little between all of us is going up East Tennessee where that was patched originally last year. We got a real big dip in it right there where the gentleman has redone the small building into a home, I think, for his kids and everybody to come visit. But would anyone else have anything else, any other places you can think of that we need to do that rather than those 3?
There may be a few sidewalk repairs. Just have to go look. Didn't think about that, but there may be some in town that might need to be patched or repaired, it's cracked or whatever.
Okay. Okay, then,
What about that light pole that kept getting hit down there in front of Conoco? We'll get that taken up and
Yeah, we could get that fixed too.
that'd be a good one.
Don't put, I wouldn't suggest putting a light pole back
no,
because it won't last.
well,
Get it patched up or something.
we put everything around it except for a big concrete barrier.
Yeah.
And, I don't know if we fix something that's that big, if we would be liable.
Maybe we can just
Or
get
cover it, or,
I think we just
dig under it and cover it, just
Cover
cover
it,
it with a
yeah.
flat deal.
we got some
But
brick
we would
left over.
we would still have to make it accessible for the power, because that's where a lot of it comes through for those street lights right there.
yeah,
And we repaired that not long ago.
put a little junction box in there or something with
Mhm.
lid.
Yeah, flat.
I think that'd be good.
Okay. We have, I think it's 26th somewhere right around 26,000, correct? Maybe a little bit more or less, I think.
Is this the one with no match?
No,
No,
this
one has a
this
match
this
of
is matched.
30%.
It's 26,593.48, and we have to match 30%.
I guess those don't go into effect till next year.
So if there's no other ones, I'd like to make a motion that we think about those and decide next month, and do it for sure and get this sent in so we're not late. Can I have a motion to do that?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Any opposed? Those three things. Actually, it's four things. Okay, the next thing I'd like to bring up is the park building and the adding of the restroom there. And I'd like Billy Wayne to present that, please.
Okay, I have a little bit of information on that. We talked last year about it. But one of the projects we were going to do is work on that park building up there. And since we've been having the music and other activities up there, one of the things we found out, and it's more than I thought, but that the bathroom that we have now is too far away for seniors to go from the pavilions all the way down there. So, been doing some work on that, and we have received some bids. And one of the things that, a couple of things that we received is for labor on what we want to do there. We received a bid for $8,800, which that was the lowest. And that was if we purchased material. And we thought that was pretty good, because if we purchase the material and do as much work as we can, of course it's going to be cheaper. So we're pretty good, feel pretty good about that. Also, it needs to be where you can use it in any time of the year, heat and air. And we've received a bid for $2,800, and that's the lowest bid on heating and air. So I think the other bid was something like $3,600 or something like that. It was quite a bit higher. But hopefully we will get that started sometime this year. And talk to the mayor and back and forth, and others too. And it's high on our list. We just have to get things going, and hopefully we can get it done or get started before, maybe before cold weather, something like that. Terry may have something to say about it.
With what we did here when we repaired this, we came out a lot better with us actually purchasing the material, because we didn't get the extra markup on the material. So we saved quite a bit on that. And what we talked about also with if we do it in this time frame here, Randall can help the guy down there a lot, because a lot of things in the park are slowing down. And we could save quite a bit on it that way too. But that's up to y'all. So we would need to vote on that, and would need a motion to go ahead and do that, if that's good with everybody.
I will make the motion.
Okay, need a second.
Second.
Okay, all in favor? Any opposed? Okay.
Let me say one other thing too. This is some thanks from the Masons down at the Masonic Hall. Mr. Joel Pack has a time or two mentioned that whenever the new striping was done up there, that when they came down through there and striped that, they actually put parking places in the alley that they use. And so I mentioned that to the mayor, and a few days later I went down to look about it and it was fixed. So I went back and told Joel, and he was very pleased with that, and he said to tell everybody he appreciated the looking after it. So Mayor, you can get a pat on the back for that. So.
I appreciate that, but we're all in this together. It takes all of us to make this thing go, so that's how it's supposed to work.
You're right.
We'll make sure we give reports on when we're starting and how it's looking down there and when we think it will be finished. Of course, we will do some of the work ourselves, especially the connecting of the sewer. The water is already there, so we'll take care of that part of it ourselves. So only be in-house funds on that to do that. So okay, we're down to the reports and any other business. Any council members have any other thing we need to bring up tonight that you know of? Okay, anyone? Ms. Courtney, do you have anything?
Yes, sir. Two things. One, not sure if you noticed or not, but I have not submitted an invoice since I think about March or April. I'm going to do my very best to have that to you by next month. I know, Jolita, I know. So I will do my very best. Second thing, so you should remember we've had lots of communication and conversations about Stewart Mountain and the water. And Jason will probably have to help me on this because he knows all the technical terms, but the gist of it is that there's been a contract signed by Mr. Bubba Gibbs, which Davey with the water department, Jason's looked over, I think the mayor's looked over it, and asking for the city to take over the water there, the pump station, those sorts of things, to give the land to the city for the pump stations, and then the city will take it over. There was lots, I mean, I'm talking years worth of negotiating at this point about what would be necessary for the city to take that over. Jason and Davey have looked through that, feel comfortable with it, and so we're at the point now to where we are ready to sign the contract if the council is ready to go ahead and do that. And I do understand that then if I understand correctly, the city would take over the water for Stewart Mountain, and Stewart Mountain would pay the city, and then there's going to be a surcharge put on there as well because of that.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, and we pretty much do all the maintenance in there anyways, other than the pump stations, and they've brought them up to the standard we need them to be, so I think it'd be a good thing. There's a couple of them in there that really want it to happen for some reason, so I'll make a motion to go ahead and sign that contract. Everybody's good with it?
We would need a second, please.
No second.
All in favor? Any opposed? Okay. So after we sign that, then
So then
we're
it's gonna go to Angela Delorme, who is representing Mr. Gibbs, and she's gonna have the POA sign it, the Property Homeowners Association, because they need to be involved in it as well.
okay, but we sign first.
We sign
correct?
first, yep.
Okay.
And that's all I have.
Thank you very much. Nancy, you have anything you need to bring up? Okay, Michael.
I know Nancy don't have anything, but is this your last, got one more meeting left? You're retiring. So, I mean, I know this ain't no professional way to say congratulations, but, you know, I just thought about that. We've sat in here I've been here for 10 years with you. So, yeah. I'll have more to say later on. We had 445 activity calls over the past 30 days. I know it's not this month, but we got Halloween coming up on Halloween Day, the 31st. It'll be at 6 o'clock. Something a little different this year, the train is actually selling tickets to bring kids down here to trick or treat with us this year. So that's going to be interesting. I thought it was something good. Talked to Rachel Gray with the train, and she's going to try to get some students from the schools and stuff to see if they want to ride the train down. So we'll have that. October the 18th, me and the mayor had a little talk with other people here the other day. We're going to do a cruise in, which is not a car show, but a car cruise in. It'll be at the People's Bank there on East Tennessee, right here by the Drug and Gun. That'll be on a Saturday, be from 10 to 2. Blue Ridge Drive, as y'all have seen, is a nightmare during the day. A lot of heavy traffic delays. Sometimes can be 5 to 10 minutes setting up there at one time. Talked to the superintendent there, and he said it's just going to get worse. But they are making progress with the walls, as you've seen. They just keep coming on down. So we have started doing some concentrated patrols on some of the back streets. You may see us doing road checks there at night and during the day. We've had some good luck with that, haven't we, Reese?
Yes, sir.
A lot of drug activity, and our K9 dog has had fun with that. Glad to see that happen. As far as the crosswalk, I just told y'all on that. We did order the signs for the crosswalk and all of that 3 months ago, Nancy, I guess, and they've been paid for. And this is the speed limit signs that flash and all that. Still haven't got them yet. So
This is the one for down here also.
yes.
Okay.
So all those signs was ordered about 3 months ago and paid for, but we've not received them yet, so hopefully soon. The flags on the bridge, they've been ordered.
They're here.
That's
Okay, that's what the package was today.
Yes, sir.
So, Mayor, looks like me, you're gonna be getting on the forklift again. So, or scissor lift, I should say. So we'll try to get those up by this weekend, because I know they're faded out pretty bad. That's all I have.
Okay, we've had one request for one of the flags. I believe there's 5 or
Yes.
there's 6. I believe there's 5. So we usually let the Boy Scouts, they have a ceremony where they do the disposing of the flag in the proper way. But we've had one that requested a flag. If anybody else, if you know of anyone that would like to have one to use it till it's it's your own home for any reason or anything, we'd be glad to let you have those when we get those down. And we'll try to keep them around. They usually don't do that till around the first of the year, January, February, somewhere around there. And so we will keep those and we'll store those. So if anyone, in the city would like to have one of them, we would gladly let you have one of those also. The other thing to add with the cruising, we have been talking with several folks also about having a small festival the same time, that same amount of time from 10 to 2. We've had some of the churches that said they would like to be involved in it. We've also the folks that put the on the barking buddy thing down there where they put the chips and all that in the end of the dogs where you can locate those. They said they would like to participate. So we kind of need, if anybody knows of anyone else that wants to help or volunteer, we're still looking for a way to get a lot of small pumpkins and have a pumpkin drawing deal for the kids to be down there. I think Tooney's is talking about opening up and having pizza there by the slice for that, if we get it all together, which we need to have it done pretty quick because that'll be here before you know it. But if anyone knows of anyone that would like to volunteer or do anything like that, greatly appreciate it if you could call and maybe leave a message with Tammy or Amanda and your idea. We would greatly appreciate it. Even the cheerleaders from each high school have said they would like to come down and do some things with the kids, what that would be, whether it be face painting or something like that. Again, trying to get something for our community to do here. So any ideas would be greatly appreciated, or somebody just wants to donate some funds to do something like that. Be appreciated also. And I believe Timberland, your guys are working on a few things also. I believe Jake and
Yes.
a couple of y'all are doing that. So we'll probably try to meet again next Tuesday morning, if around 9 here, and kind of finalize everything and make sure that we're going to have enough to do. And if not, we still plan on doing it next year. So the farmers market is still going real good. I'll tell you, these folks are faithful, pouring the rain, and there they were Saturday. With you there, you saw them. I mean, they was there at 2 o'clock. So hey, kudos to them, and thank them for being down here and having more people in town. So other than that, anyone have anything else?
I had one more thing, Mayor, I forgot to go over. So our officers carry a city cell phone with them, and that city cell phone is for them to call people that they need to talk to without using their personal cell phone. A lot of people in town has been under the impression that's how to get a hold of a police officer. If one of our police officers is on a traffic stop or on a call, he's not answering that cell phone. And it's not catted. If you need a cop or a police officer, you need to call 911. It don't matter what it is. It don't matter if you hear a noise outside or there's something in the road and you might not think that's an emergency. Everything we do's got to be catted now. And we've had a few issues here lately. I'm going to get with Glenn in the paper on this, but we've had a few issues lately where people has called the city cell phone that's actually having a physical domestic go on instead of dialing 911. And of course, none of it's catted. We don't know where they're calling from. We don't know nothing. When you call 911, we know everything that's going on, who you are, where your location is, and so forth. So if some people can help me get that word out, please, if you need a police officer, just call 911, and it goes straight to their radio. They're there within seconds. So that's all I have.
Well, how did they get the cell phone numbers? That's what I was thinking.
Well, it was the city police department number for a long time, and now it's not, of course. It was all transferred after. In the beginning, when the police department would close during the day, which we never had anybody at the police department until we hired Becky, and they would just call the office number and it would go straight to that city cell phone. But that's all been changed over now. But there's a lot of people that have that cell phone number, and we might change the number. Something you could do too. So we'll see.
Okay.
And what was the date of the cruise in?
October the 18th.
And if we do that festival, it would be the same day, same hours.
Yeah, I think the festival will be on Bridge Street, right, Mayor?
Right. Yeah, we would probably, close the biggest part of the whole street. We'll talk to the gentleman if we could get that cleaned up just a little bit more that bought the original there, Church of Christ, and maybe try to use that parking lot. Also, we had a guy that offered to, do hay rides, but for us to do that, we would have to buy event insurance, and that's like $175 for one day. And if you're going to do that, that's small price to pay for something to happen, but still, you know, it's things that we're trying to make sure we don't spend on right now until, you know, things improve a little bit, so. Okay, so now we're on the public comment side, so anyone have anything you need to bring up or anything? Yes, ma'am.
Call it curiosity, nosiness, whatever, but anyway. There's been some issues that's been requested along, and I don't know if I just missed it, but I'm just curious as to what's the resolution. You know, like you mentioned the signs today, but I was under the impression that the signs were here a while ago, and that was one of my questions tonight is, where are they? Because, you know, these people are, I've been working out in my yard, I'm thinking I'm gonna get killed one day, it's not even funny, but, and then, you know, I guess it's just curiosity, but did that lady ever get her liquor license? And what was the resolution on the trailers? And could we put that in the old business, like a follow-up or something, so we just know what's going on? I mean, it's just like it got dropped. And like I said, it may just be nosiness on my part, but I would just like to know, well, what did the decision?
Okay.
What was the, you know, what happened?
Signs. What was it?
The liquor
Okay,
license
yeah,
and the resolution about the campers or or whatever they were. Yeah, I'm like,
RVs.
yeah, what's the, what was the end result? You know, it's just kind of been like, okay, what happened?
Yeah, it was
Just
it was tabled. The liquor license is one thing that, has been kind of an ongoing thing also, and there's a lot of work that would have to be done with Courtney, of course, to make sure we took into account all of that and
It'd have to
all
be
the new
approved,
laws. And
Right.
that would have to, you know, have that kind of a workshop to get all of that done, redone again, because some laws, I believe, have changed. I believe you're telling me right, Michael?
Yeah, there's,
Yeah, several things like
our
that.
alcohol ordinance is desperate need of some changes, but
I don't want to drag it
So-
up.
That's good.
That's kind of where we're at on that one, and of course, that would have to be voted on.
Right, but you know, it's like, it was just like, it was,
Excuse me.
just, because the woman said that
Yeah.
she would do whatever had to be done for it, and it was just like, I never heard anything else. It's like, well, did she do it? Did she not do it?
Well, the problem is that there's no avenue for what she was asking for right now in the city.
Uh-huh,
The ordinance does not allow it, so the ordinance would have to be changed.
right, and that's fine, but you know, that's what I'm saying, just let us know. No, they're not gonna get it.
I
Fine.
guess I can apologize for that. I guess the assumption is whenever it's tabled, whenever there's no action on it, then there's no action on it.
Oh, see, because to me, it's just been like, when you just don't follow up, it's just like, it's forgotten. And I'm like, no, you know, at least if the answer's no, then just say no. I mean, you know, like I said, I may be just nosy, but, you know, could be from my,
There's no vote.
It's not that no, it's not a yes, there's no vote, there's nothing for the council to consider.
and,
Well, I do have a question on Hillcrest. Are we gonna get one sign that will register the speed?
it does not register speed, no.
Oh, it won't.
It does not. It just says what the speed limit is.
Oh, okay.
And I will say this, we have done a lot of concentrated patrol. If you're standing on the side of the road
Yeah.
and somebody passes you 11 miles over the posted speed limit, it looks like they're flying. But we cannot legally stop them unless they're going 11 miles over the posted speed limit.
Right.
Speed limit's 20 and sometimes 25. They have to be at least going 31 for us to make a traffic stop. That's state law.
Right.
You have to give a driver at least 10 miles over the posted speed limit. State trooper does not. They have sovereign immunity. But state trooper is not going to be on the side road. They're going to stay on the state highways.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, I will say we have set up multiple times and they have been getting some tickets, some, but not as much as what you would think. And I understand the complaints, and it does look like, because I mean, I've stood on, I went for a little walk the other day myself, trying to get my heart better. And it does seem like when somebody passes you, they're flying. But we have to give them at least 11 miles over the posted speed limit.
Can you lower the speed limit?
No.
Well, I've got another suggestion. Mr. Chastain, where he lives, up there, that curve, because I can be at Betty's house sitting or at my house. When they come around the curve, they are never on their side of the road. They're over on the opposite side of the road in that curve.
And that's hard for us too. We can't legally write them a ticket for that.
I
Our roads are
understand
not,
that.
our roads are not wide enough by code. They have to be 12-foot wide lanes. So the road's got to be at least 24-foot wide
Right,
for them to be in their lane.
right.
And it's hard in the city. It was the same way when I worked Blue Ridge. A lot of our city streets are not code. You can go up Marlette Street and there's a double yellow line in the road, but it looks like only big enough to put a wheelchair on both
That's
sides.
true.
But we're
I
trying. We are
A
trying.
spot to dot the gyms and get in the trees till we go by and then we go back to walking is what I've been doing, so.
We are trying, I will say
Yeah,
that.
okay.
One more thing. Does anybody know what the big boom was? About an hour before we started the meeting. I mean, there was this huge,
I can tell you what it probably
Boom.
is. They're mining again over here at the old company.
that makes sense, because it was a
And,
boom.
You know, back in the day, the ground would shake at 3 o'clock, and they'd put those big, heavy charges out, tons of charges underground, and the whole place would boom. And it was regular at 3. So, I don't know what, I heard it though.
I did too.
But my wife said, what was that? And I said, it was probably them shooting. I think they're actually quarrying over there, so that would give more of a sound. That help you?
Well, yeah, I was like, what the heck was
Yeah.
that?
I got the text. We're planning on doing a blast this afternoon. They send a text every time they do that. I just don't ever look at it, so.
Could we, hey, anyway, we get a siren.
I'm saying, that's what I was thinking, like, where's the sirens at? Because obviously something hit something really bad or blew up or something.
Yeah.
The 18-wheeler.
Yeah, so we've been sitting down there at Quinn's nursery and we've not seen but one so far. And he actually came down there to deliver some type of chemical or something to the sewer plant. Which, you know, you go across the bridge there and you go down that way to the sewer treatment plant for Copperville.
Yeah.
So, but we've not seen anybody yet. I did contact MCCD and they said we will try. We only have one officer for 4 counties. So,
Because we had 2 last night.
2 last night. What time are they coming down?
It's a little later than this, and then they come back through about 2 hours later
Okay,
when they're exiting, coming out.
okay.
Did you see who it was, or did anything on the
We
trucks?
showed Mike the
Statements?
pictures of
Okay.
the companies
Okay.
and got pictures of them. And I think Bernie brought you the pictures or showed them to you.
He hadn't shown them to me yet. He told me he had them though.
Oh, well, my phone's at the
But I'll
house.
look at them when we get done the meeting here if you have them.
I don't have my cell phone, but I will bring them by the station. Okay.
Okay, anyone else have anything to bring up?
Talking about the bridge and the flags reminded me, you had mentioned when the bridge was redone about lights that you could put on the bridge and you could have a light show and things. I guess that was tabled too.
Money.
Yeah, the last quote I got was a little over $80,000. Now they do have these rope lights you can buy. I talked to the city of Blairsville, the police chief up there, and they put them on the courthouse in the square there. They got them at Home Depot, and they was not that bad. The other remote control, but all it does is just change the colors. It don't do no type of show, but yeah, they're not cheap.
I thought at that time, of course, this was a while ago, I think you were quoting 65,000, of course.
Yeah, everything just went up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be nice though. Nice.
It was brought to my attention, I guess, about a month or so ago, that the Business Association may be looking at sponsoring that or asking the city if they could donate the funds for that.
That would be nice.
They said they wanted to do something for the city, but of course they do the fireworks show every year for the city. Costs us a dime for that, so.
You know, we need to do something for the local businesses here because that shop down there, was it Mountain Laurel or something, what was the name of it? Really nice shop, she's been there and she just closed. I don't know why, because I didn't ask, but
I do, but it don't have nothing to do with the,
I thought it might be rent, but I don't know. But anyway.
Anyone else, anybody, anything? If not, need a motion to close.
Make a motion to close.
Second.
Second.
All in favor? Opposed? Okay, see you next month.
bean and potatoes.